Hey y'all. Okay, so let me tell you, I'm driving. First off, I'm driving. So I may go in between you seeing me and maybe you seeing the road, because it might be safer for me to have it facing the road so I don't find myself looking this way often, knowing I'm supposed to be looking that way. Okay? But let me tell you why I'm doing this particular video. Okay? Family and friends of mine and even acquaintances know, or at least have heard me speak on this topic in the past. And you know, now we are actually living and experiencing, we're right in the midst of a situation very similar to what I've described, you know, that we should have been preparing for. Okay? Number one, you could pause me right now, and if you'll go get some seeds, if all I have to do is tell you, go try to find yourself some seeds. You know? Seeds for plant. I don't care if you never planted anything in your life. I don't care if you had no experience. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you even have no intentions on planting right now, although you should, because when you're ready for something to eat, or you need something to put together or to add to your groceries or whatever, and it doesn't exist in the store, the seed is not going to help you. The seed needed to be planted and watered and nurtured. Time to grow. It needs time. Okay? But the seeds are going. The seeds are damn near gone. The seeds were almost gone. I feel like no sooner as they came out, because, well, they tend to come out like January or February. January, really. But look at here. Look at here. You can hardly find anything in the stores that you normally eat in the form of seed. You're going to have a hard time finding anything, okay, that you normally eat. Okay? Right now, if you have the luxury of finding things that you really want, that you really eat, that you don't mind growing or whatever, get them while you can. If you know of somebody who would probably benefit from it and would do it if they could, but they don't have the means to get it, please, I mean, help them out. 1 or 2 or 3 packs, something. Share some seeds, or out of your pack, or or the packs that you have, or buy them a pack, buy one for you, pay for it. Okay? But what's happening is our food supply is running out. Demand is outweighing supply. They can't keep up. You got some states where you can't even buy seeds. They have seeds, but they have blocked people from being able to buy them. Meaning, they roped it off, or taped it off, or they put it, made it a no-sale item in their registers. This is facts, honey. This is really happening. So if you're still in a state where you can actually still purchase seeds, you should be purchasing seeds. Just get some, okay? And if they don't have anything you eat, I'm going to tell you something. When you're hungry, something is better than nothing. And if all you could find was beans, then you'll eat beans until you couldn't eat beans no more. Because beans will at least put something on your stomach. Some kind of green, some kind of what, some kind of beet, some kind of whatever it is. Get you some seeds. Get yourself some seeds. Okay? I've been searching everywhere I can for seeds. Just trying to stock up. Homestead Heart, she is another YouTube channel. And she was talking about how Dollar General has seeds. Now, when I went to Dollar General, after I saw that, they barely had anything worth grabbing, but still I found me some seeds to grab. It's something. And I mean, Sure, it's a load of flower seeds out there. You can find flowers all day long right now, but you can't live off of flowers. Okay, but get you some, because they help you with growing your flowers, helping to attract pollinators and whatnot. Get you, and it looks pretty. But we don't care about pretty when we're hungry. Okay. But this is really just basically trying to get you to understand that it's getting serious. It's probably going to get worse before it gets better. And I know it seems like it's getting better, but we don't. Something in the milk ain't clean, y'all. Something in the milk ain't clean. Okay? So I'd rather have a bunch of seeds that turns out I didn't even really need than to not have any seeds at all. Okay? You got to step out and do something for yourself. A pack of seeds can produce way more than you need. You don't even need to plant your whole pack. You can save some up. Save some. Put some away. You know, because you may need some later on down the line in the fall. Next year they may stop the production of seeds. You may have a hard time finding seeds right now, but you can still probably go online and they may be running out too. But there are sources. I am going to have to figure out how I can go back in there and list those sources in the description box, but I know that I have some booklets for seeds and whatnot. I've never had a huge yard. I've done patios and backyards of like small back apartment gardens. I've done apartment gardens. So I've never been able to grow on the capacity that I used to buy seeds. Okay, and I've always saved seeds, but you do want to try to have them fresher. But I'm gonna tell you, the ones from years past have produced for me, and like now, you know. So get yourself some seeds, please. Go out there, and I'm gonna tell you something else. I just heard word of this, but it's my understanding that they want people to stop stocking up on water also. They are telling people who normally buy cases of water at a time to please only buy what you need. Don't buy water just to take home and stack up and stock up on. Now, I mean, you know, don't stock up on water. This is what they're saying. Water is an absolute essential. Okay? We need water. It's an absolute human. Like, we need water. Water is life. We need food too. We for damn sure need that water. Okay? We need that water. So, I don't know. Don't go and run crazy and do like they did with the tissue. But do get you some cases of water. Put them up, put them away. If you can't find any seeds to plant, they still have starters like these. I like these anyway, because they, even when I sow seed, when I'm sowing seed, it makes me feel like I'm going to switch, because I really need to stop focusing on this camera. The traffic is heavy out here. But when I sow seed, I like to see something. So excuse me, I'll get a few of those, and I'll put. And this is like my third haul. Just little bits here and there where I'll be out there looking for seeds or looking for something else, or just looking, and I'll be like, oh, I'll take that. Oh, I'll take that. You know. And I like to get things that I like to grow, that I like to eat. Excuse me, that I like to eat. I also like to get things that, you know, I'll be in the store and be like, that costs too much. and then try to grow those, you know. Now, I've only been doing this since 2014, y'all. But I still got a lot to learn. I am by no means an expert. I have not yielded enough to consider myself like like I said, apartment gardening, back patio gardening. So it's always been small, you dig? Okay? But I'm finally in a place where I can plant on a grander scale, and it just so happened that I'm in that place, you know, during this time when I can plant more, you know, because I've always wanted to have like a teaching homestead of sorts. Let's say teaching farm, but you know, like a teaching resource of sorts where people can learn. I'll be learning, and you can learn along with me, and anything I learn, I'll share. And if you learn something, you share, and so forth and so forth. What? I'm sorry, y'all. That's okay. It's 2 cars, so someone is behind me. They trying to give me directions at the same time that I'm driving, and I can't talk. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. The point is, now's the time to get out there and go get some seeds. Now's the time, you know, that we should be thinking about helping one another. If never any other time you've thought about it, then now's the time that you should. You know, we are going to have to pull together. And I'm going to tell you something. We can help each other out in this way. You plan enough that you can share. You're going to have to protect and take care of your own and take care of home. But don't forget to help others. And before I forget, I read an article some years ago about people on EBT being able to use it to buy seeds. So if you receive EBT, go get you some seeds. Go get you some seeds. It's considered food. I mean, at the end of the day, once it's grown out, you're going to eat it. It's food. But it's the food that keeps on giving, because it's going to grow and give you something to eat, and also give you more seeds, and you'll be able to grow again, but you'll also be able to share. And that's with anybody, anything that you are growing. I was looking at Roots and Refuge yesterday, I think it was, and she was talking about this melon that's from India, and it's rare, and it's an heirloom, I believe, so they've kept the integrity of it or whatever. And she only had 5 seeds because it was really expensive when they got it, and they bought 10, and she split it with a friend. And I don't want to tell her story. You go to her page and she'll tell you the story. Long story short, she thought that she lost the opportunity to grow that fruit. Turns out, 1 melon made it through. Too ripe to do anything with, but full of seeds. So full that she was able to keep a bunch for herself. Share with her family and friends, or whoever it is, or the YouTubers that she have, or whoever. She shared with a buttload of people. And she still has an abundance of seeds for herself that she planted and made more fruit, which made more seeds. You get what I'm saying? Y'all get where I'm going. Stop throwing away your seeds. Everything you eat from now on, you should be holding on to them seeds. You know? Save you some pieces of garlic and onion. What's going on here? Garlic and onion. Hold on here. I'm sorry, y'all, because I get me a little bit of road rage going on. I got to work that out, but he just stopped in the middle of the road for no reason. But long story short, every source of seed that you find, that you have, that you come across, you should be saving those seeds. Okay? You should be, you know, you eat them, you pull the seeds out, you rinse them off if need be, you put them on a paper towel, you let them dry out, and then you pack them away. You can Ziploc them, make sure they dry. Make sure they dry. You don't want wet seeds. Wet seeds They go mold, they go back. No wet seeds. No wet seeds. Make sure they dry. I let mine sit out overnight on a towel, a paper towel, and I'll pat them dry, and then I'll just let them sit. Spread them out so they all can air and you know, and dry up or whatever. And then they even have them little manila envelopes. You can get some of those and you can save them in there. Mark what they are and totality. So everything you know about it, mark on it so you don't forget. You know, because they got different kinds of pumpkins and different kinds of cucumbers and different kinds of this and that, or whatever the case may be. And for the things that you don't have, that you can't just save a seed from, like greens or whatever. Okay, well, I could tell you, it's hard to find it. You can't find those right now. If you can, let me know. I'm going to look online later on today, but, and granted, in my zone, it's not that season. So it could very well be because it's not that season. But because they're pulling seeds and stopping the sale of seeds, and seeds are flying off the shelf quicker than they can make them, who's to say that there'll be any more in the future? So, do you know a farmer? Do you go to farmers markets? With COVID, we can't, right? Do you know someone who's growing their own? Chances are they have some. If they're not willing to give you some, maybe they'll be willing to sell you some, you know. Anybody that's doing it seriously saves seeds and creates seeds. But it takes bolting for seeds for items of that nature to happen, and you have to be growing it to have that happen. So, do you know someone? Because that's the next step. It for sure is my next step. And I mean, I'm going to reach out to people who I see online who got it or they're growing it that might be willing to share or exchange or sell. Okay? Here's another thing that's off the topic of the seeds but still very valid. Bartering. What do you do? What can you do better than anybody else you know that will probably help you along the way if we drop out of using money and we start needing to use our services and our goods? Learn something that will help sustain you. Learn something that will help keep your family, or if you're alone, help to keep you. Learn something that could serve other people, because there'll be a need for it, and you'll be able to provide the need or the service or the item, whatever it is. You know, I do think that we are approaching times, I suppose it would be unprecedented for us as human beings, right? I know for my generation it is. We only hear about some of these things, and then we hear it wasn't as bad as this. I mean, I don't know of anything except for, well, I've not known of anything that has shut down a nation, but some of y'all should check out Handmaid's Tale. It's not what y'all it's really not what y'all think it's about. Okay, if you think it's about sex and all that other good stuff, that's up in there. You should check out Handmaid's Tale. It's on Hulu. If you're not a reader, it started out as a book. So if you are a reader, you can read the book. But I'm gonna tell you, it ain't cool. Because the way they can create a visual for what's in books now versus how it used to be when we were, you know, younger. You'd be better off looking at the show, maybe, you know. But Handmaid's Tale is on Hulu. You know, personally, I think it's about to overthrow the USA. You know, but what do you think if you looked at it, and have you? You know, so I guess what I'm saying is, go find you some seeds. Go find some seeds. Get out today, if you're not already out, and get you some seeds. You know, don't wait. You may have in your mind to go out there tomorrow, and the last of the seeds was bought today. So don't wait. My husband looking at me upside, every which way is sideways, because he doesn't understand yet. But that's the thing about partners. Sometimes, what one person having a vision, the other one can. We help each other, right? So I can see. I'm looking at the whole forest. You might right now be looking at the trees. Okay, small battles, and not really even a battle, because it's not a battle over getting the seeds. It's really just, do you really need all those seeds? Yes. Just in case. Just in case. It's not going to hurt us to have them. It's not going to hurt us to have them. You know, so just in case. And when I grow, everything I grow, I should be able to share. It's just the two of us. So we'll grow way more than we need. Or that basically way more than we need. What we eat and what I save, what I freeze, what I can, what I don't really know how to can, but I'll get you. Watch me try to learn. I'm gonna learn. And from what I understand, it's not all that hard. It's just that you got to take the time to learn it. So you watch me learn. I'm gonna learn it. I make no promises about how soon, but I'm gonna learn it, and it's not gonna be in the far future. I'm gonna have to learn it over the summer, because I'm gonna have stuff that I'm gonna want to try and can. The thing about canning with me is the botulism. That's the biggest thing that throws me off, and that I might do it wrong, and I don't have an elder to teach me, and I kind of cherish info from the elders. So, but I am. But basically, I grow for those around me also. You know, call me crazy, but I grow for the animals that may come. Listen, enough for y'all and enough for me, so that you're not eating up the what I planted for me. Here, I'm a give y'all a little. I'm gonna plant something for y'all. A seed or two. I mean, dang, a seed or two. You know, somebody told me one watermelon seed could produce, 1 or 10 watermelons. You don't know what you're going to get from the one seed. And I'm saying to myself, well, that's a lot. That's a lot. I haven't, any watermelons I've grown, twice I've gotten it to, I'm on a patio, y'all. Where the watermelon's going? So I was growing watermelon in an environment like where I shouldn't, because where were they going to go? And I always had to cut their life short. So I never really got a chance to test the theory in the way that I would like to. But now, now I'm going to test the theory. But if that's the case, just imagine. I hope that I'm going to be able to give it away to be so much. I have pumpkin seeds. I don't eat very much. Well, I don't eat very much pumpkin. I do eat pumpkin pies. I did try my hand at pumpkin soup last fall, and I'm using it chopped up like and it's a squash, y'all. So it can be a savory dish. It can be a sweet dish. It'll get creative with it. Shit, get creative with it. Just get creative with it, But anyway, I said, well, I got some pumpkin seeds. They produce pumpkins that supposedly go up to like 100 pounds. I don't know what I'm going to do with all that pumpkin. But if all I had left was pumpkin to eat, at the end of the day, that pumpkin going to be chicken. It's going to be steak. It's going to be whatever I need that chicken to be. Because I'm going to get, that pumpkin be, because I'm going to get really creative with it. I'm going to get creative with it. And I'm going to cook it, and I'm going to eat it. It's a squash. Eat it. It's a squash. Furthermore, I make body products. I can use the pumpkin in my body products. Believe it or not. I have a pumpkin soap a lot of people like. And I used to buy the pumpkin in the can to make the soap. I'm not going to have to do that anymore. So, maybe it's not ideal to go running out there and growing a whole bunch of melons and and squashing things, knowing that it'll go to waste. But would it really? I grow pumpkins and I get a whole bunch from these pumpkins. If there are people who are in need of food, I have a pumpkin to give. I have a watermelon to give. I have some melons to give. You know, I'm not looking to be a farmer producing for the sake of creating an income or a source of income. I've been on the other end. I know what it is to be on the receiving end of those who donate or who give, and it's my turn. It's my turn because thankfully I'm out of where I once was, and I'm here where I am now. And as cryptic as it may sound, it tells everything, you know. So yeah, my desire is to, and I've already started doing, I do that with my body products also. I've been in domestic violence shelters. I've been shelter, but it was the one, but they helped change my life. They helped save me and my children, and I'm grateful, and so that's the way I pay back. You know, maybe if I had a boatload of money, I might do it financially instead, but in this case I do it in the best way that I know how and that I can. So the same thing with these seeds. When I think about the extra that I'll be growing, and I will be growing extra, I'll be growing way more than I need. 7 acres, y'all. I'm gonna grow to my heart's content. I'm gonna grow. I put my first trees, my own, not the ones that are out there in the wooded area where we are, but some lemons, some papayas. Kumquats are coming. If you go to Walmart, as a matter of fact, and Lowe's, the trees, they're running low on the trees they have, so they get a certain amount of trees every year, and I ain't never seen them order more trees when they run out of trees. Okay, so I still have my eye on some more trees because I have to pace myself, you know, because that's just how it is. If I had it to go out there and run and buy a whole bunch of them all at once, I would. Right now, that's not my situation, but every little bit is a step forward. So I got 2 trees. I have my eyes on some more. I do know of an online source of where I can go get some trees. And again, I'm gonna update this video to put the information in the description box so that you guys know of the places that I'm talking about. Just in case you didn't, a lot of people may already know about these resources, but just in case you didn't, I'm gonna have it down there so that you can go check it out. But a way to buy seeds online, a way to buy trees online, and it's in this day and age, in the time that we are in right now, do it while you can. Whatever your finances allow you to do it. If you could not find seeds for items you wanted, just get the other stuff. Something. Maybe that something, that other stuff is something somebody else wanted they don't have, and they can, you know, share. Y'all can share with each other. I don't know how, you know, it will turn out. Only that you need something to work with. Something. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign out for now. Thanks for watching. You know, these times, y'all, these are the times we should be pulling together. We should be pulling together anyway, but we don't. And I won't go there. I'll just say that if never there was a time, and if ever there was a time, now is the time to be pulling together, thinking about helping others, thinking about others, you know, in addition to yourself. Look around you. Step outside of the forest. Get from in betwixt them trees so you can look at the whole forest. You know, little bits and pieces of things happening here and there, and you pay no attention to it, or you look at it and you just dust it off or brush it off. You know, it's of no consequence to you until you start connecting the dots. When you look at individual circumstances and situations, it may not seem like much. And then you start putting them all together, and it start looking like this big old picture that starts saying to you, okay? So, this is Micheline signing out. I do thank y'all for watching. I'm sorry if I rambled. I get like that sometimes. And I hope that you go out there and you get yourself some seeds, or some starter plants, or a tree, something, just something. Just get yourself something, okay? If you like the video, please press like, subscribe if you want to continue to follow us on our journey, and share. And sharing is caring. And that's no truer statement to go with this particular video. Sharing is caring, y'all. Sharing is caring. Alright. This is what I mean. Okay, just stacking up. These were the ones that I found, that I got in Dollar General. And then you'll see some Walmart ones. I planted a bunch of them, so I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all can get these for, I think, $1, $1.50, maybe $2, and use these to label instead of them expensive sticks that don't have nearly enough, and they come with like 10 in a pack. Okay, just get some of these instead. But just different seeds, just bunches of seeds. And see, I didn't use the whole pack. I just used some. See, just some. Save some. I mean, I still planted plenty from this pack, and I still have a bunch left. That's how you can either share or save. Share or save. And then if you see in these bags, these are, I'm going to be doing more in this. Now, mine's is starting up late this year because, once again, we just, if you see the other videos, we actually only just got this land. We were not living in a space of our own. We could not garden where we were. But now, we are, and we can. And as I stated, it's lots of space, but I'm telling you, people with little bits of space are still planting, using up every little bit. Every little bit. See? Flowers are important. Sure, flowers are important. So I do have some of those here, and I also have them in there, and then all my extras, and you know, I'll probably put them in a container. You'll see your seeds build up. I had a built up collection before, but they disappear from time to time. So you'll see your seeds building up because you'll be saving seeds. You won't plant every single seed in there unless you're just wasting your seeds, which you should try not to do. You know, not right now. Not right now. But that's it. So I hope you guys enjoy. Hope you went out and got some seeds, or you go out and get some seeds. This was just a little short excerpt showing you to follow up on the one that I posted before. Okay, thanks guys. Video together. It's just 2 trees, but 2 trees is better than no trees. Dig what I'm saying?